Right, okay. Right, that's that spare army in the south. That's the one that I wanted to go to there. If I get the Tyre troops, I don't know if it's called Tyre actually. It might be Tira or something like that. I really don't know, but I'm calling it Tyre because I don't know any better. And if I get those troops from there, and and I take those over to Banyas.
Marching to war.
Come on, hurry up. Let's speed those up a little bit. You see, won't let me assault this turn. So what I'm going to do is get 3 of those. All can be built. Time to build 2 turns. I only want 1 turn. Okay, so I'll just get 2 of them. 2's enough anyway, it really is. So, okay, so we'll continue siege on there. That's why I want siege equipment, you see, so I can attack the first time when I get up there. Now this army here, this is another spare army that I've got at the moment. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to add these to this army here. Okay, so I've got a more substantial army. I haven't got a general in there, you might have noticed, so what I'm going to do is find a general for them and add that to them as well. And these can only get that distance anyway, you know, it's only the horse, sorry, that can get that distance anyway. So if I put a couple of heavy cavalry in there as well, that should sort of build up that army a little bit, make it a little bit more substantial, shouldn't it? Okay, so that's the idea. So we're sort of defending Tripoli up there. We're taking out Banyas, hopefully next turn. I could try again on here just to see if it'll allow me to take them now, but no, it won't do. I've still got these queued. It's not even worth looking again, was it really? But sometimes the spy will open the gates for you. So okay, let's maintain the siege on there. Now I might, if I've got a light cavalry in there as well, and they're pretty useless in there, but light cavalry can be fairly handy. So what I'm going to do is take those light cavalry out and add them to this army here. They can't quite get there, but light cavalry are always a good thing to have around, you know, in one of these attacks. Okay, I hope he can get into that attack. I'm really not too sure if he can do, but he should do anyway. So maybe I should have put him actually attacking there instead. I don't think he can reach anyway, but I thought he could actually get there, but perhaps not. Okay, so we're on to turn 2. Let's see how it goes. I did say I'd show you the financial details, didn't I? Here we go. I'm looking to lose this turn 13,408, which is a heck of a lot to lose, isn't it? My farming income's poor, all my incomes are pretty poor really. Mining I'm getting nothing from, trade is poor as well. So it's all a bit poor. I could get some merchants and get some merchant trade, but my experience is you don't get very much very quickly from those. Maybe I'm using them incorrectly. Anyway, hands on a postcard as to how I can use those perhaps a little bit more wisely. Taxes will be improving as I alter them in the way that you've seen them already. You can see that I'm constructing a lot this term. Under construction, 11,200. So of that 13,000, 11,000, well 13,400, 11,200 is actually on construction. And then recruitment another 3,000. So the reason why I'm losing money this turn obviously is because I'm building things and I'm buying troops. That's the main thing. So anyway, so it's not such a bad thing. It's not like the economy's failing. It's just that you know, I'm spending out a lot this turn. Okay, so there are other things I could show you. I'm not sure there's really any point in showing you those at this stage. Here we go. Close the scroll and end the turn. Now let's see what they do. Candidate for adoption. I always say yes to these. Aspiring commander, brave, social drinker, noble in battle, etc. Great. He'll do.
Through the holy word of the Prophet, blessed be his name, have the people of Islam been taught to embrace peace.
Okay, so I'll close that off. Sorry about that if anybody wants to listen to those things, but it really, I think you'd find it a bit dull. I really do, you know, if you listen to all of those. That's the end of the turn. Nothing else happened. Gosh, that wasn't very exciting, was it? So, what have we got here? We've got a recruitment report. There are all the things that I wanted. If you remember, I wanted my... Oops, hang on a minute. Here we go. You know, I wanted my militia, I wanted my ships, and I wanted an assassin. I've got all of those. Over here, trait decrease. We've gone downhill. His recent leadership has been too expedient to maintain his reputation of chivalry. Oh dear. So that means my ruler has gone backwards somewhere. I've moved him into a place where this wouldn't want me to have done so. My profits are minus, strange isn't it, minus 14,000 of profits, which I suppose is what we were expected. I don't even rate in any of these. Military, the Turks are top. Financial, Antioch. Production, Byzantines. Population, Byzantines. Overall, the Turks are the best in the game at the moment, so it's looking pretty sad for me. I've had no battles fought, no battles won. But I've recruited 7 lots of troops. So basically that's all that. It's just an information screen. Sometimes I'll probably just ignore those. Anyway, so that I can get some of these videos on tonight, I'm hoping to get this done today, so that you can see. Come on, where are you? Now you can see one of my battles. Now, what does that mean? Assault. What course of action? Right. The settlement has enough food for 3 You see that? Your spies have infiltrated this settlement. The gates will be open when you attack. Right. That's excellent news. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I do. Even if those gates weren't open, I do something different than perhaps you would normally do with these anyway. I don't know. I don't know what people have done. So anyway, let's fight this battle, because there are plenty of troops. Give you a chance to see what these troops look like as well. I'm not brilliant at these battles, by the way, because it's nothing like the kind of battles that I enjoy. If we right click on here, hey, I thought it was right click, maybe it's a left click. What's it doing? Right click, oh there it is, don't know why it didn't show me before, oops. It's moving away from me. These are the kind of troops that he's got. These are decent. These are his heavy infantry, so they need to be avoided. He's got some pretty decent light troops, and really you'd think light troops in a city situation are not going to be very good, particularly with them being horse. That is the case. The only problem is, in this game, is that he can fire even when he's in contact with your own troops, because the arrows can fire over your own troops, and they fire as well, literally fire. You know, they've got the, I should say shoot when I say arrows, shouldn't I? They shoot fire arrows, that's the best way to say it, which isn't very pleasant, you know. So the back of your infantry units, while they're engaged at the front, you know, are burning to death, you know. So it's all pretty nasty stuff really in this game. So anyway, that's what we're taking on. Let's see how we can do it. Like I said, I have tried this before. I fought this battle a couple of times actually, because I needed to build up some experience before I actually started fighting. So we'll fight the battle on the battle map. I might call it a day of that for today, I don't know, but we'll see. The other good thing about this game, of course, as well, is it loads one heck of a lot quicker. Sometimes it can take 10 minutes to load a game in Napoleon Total War. You know now what's going to happen. It's going to take forever, isn't it, to load, just to prove me wrong. Anyway, here we go. Should I read that out? Have I got time? Whoever devotedly undertakes and performs this most holy journey shall have the enjoyment of eternal reward from the repayer of all men. And that's Pope Eugenius III. Repayer of all men. Presume they're talking about God Almighty there, aren't they? I would have thought. Okay, let's start deployment. I can wait. Don't see much point really. Start deployment on there. Maybe you can tell me why there's a point in waiting. I don't know. Anyway, what I do know is these towers here can fire at me. That gate there, way is not a good place to attack, because like I said, they can fire at me. So what I want to do is get my troops to attack these places here. So I want to attack there. Yep. And I also want to attack wherever the other one is. Over here. Boom, boom. Somewhere about here. Yes, just about there. Okay. And the plan is to move my troops into these areas here, either side of the gate, roughly defended, hopefully, from archery fire. You know, if I was to attack through there, he's got all this area here, that long street down there, that he can fire his arrows at me from, and from over the walls, and also from the towers. So I'm hoping by attacking these points here, I'll keep my casualties down to a minimum. Now another thing I've noticed is, as soon as you break through these walls, he then comes at you with his, let's have that a bit narrower I think actually, he comes at you with his this horse, and you're ill prepared, you've got hold of this thing, you've already been fired at by arrows, and it's not very pleasant. So what I'm going to do is back them up with spearmen, and send the spearmen in with them. I'm not too worried about my horsemen. It's mainly going to be an infantry battle, I will use the horsemen, of course. The horsemen can go through the gates, because as you know, the gates have been opened now by my spy, just after I spent all this money on buying the siege equipment, which is a bit silly of him, but anyway. I've got more. I've got these as well. These I hope to... maybe I can choose, can't I? Do I send them through there? Do I send them through there? I'm going to send them through here. Through there. No, I'm not. I'm going to send them through the middle here. Like I said, there's no exact science to this. You can do different things each time. Makes it more interesting anyway, doesn't it, really?